Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Championship Sunday for the CGN event, $1,500 Call of Duty LAN tournament at the Fort Collins Contender venue. This is going to be such a great day of Call of Duty. So much action to be held, and I know last night there was a little bit of pool play from Group B still going on, and my goodness, was there some incredible off-stream matches, and it was shook up to the core. It was basically a finish that I was not expecting, and I'm going to go over with what happened in Pool B. So at the top of the list, who finished 4-0, it was actually the NM boys, but they didn't do it so easily. They had two series go to a MWII round 11, so they will officially get the 1 seed in Group B, but the number 2 seed overall in the entire tournament. And then the team coming in second, it was Denver Surrender. As you saw the last series of the night, they ended up getting the reverse sweep against Beaver Elation. It was absolutely incredible. That one went to another MWII round 11 as well. They will secure the number 2 seed in Group B as they went 3-1. And we left off with Beaver, right? They had a very difficult series. They still had 2 more to play at the end of the night. And guess what happened? They lose another MWII round 11. So they end up finishing 2-2 in pool play after not dropping an entire series the last LAN event. Granted, there was 2 new players on that roster, but they are still looking to make a run here. And it ended up going late into the night. It ended up going to, I think, 3 to 3:30 a.m. So the players from Group B, it's kind of interesting, right? You are not going in with much sleep. All the players and all the teams from Group A, they got their 8 to 10 hours. They are ready. They are locked and loaded, maybe catching the end of the stream. But it was absolutely incredible to see. And then rounding out the bottom 2, it was Zaza, who finishes at 1-3 in Group B. So they will secure that 4th seed. But then unfortunately, the Cobb Goblins, they go 0-4. They will start off in the losers bracket. As you can see in the losers round 1, they're waiting to face off against anybody from that map 3, which is Denver Surrender or Retirement Home. And then on the top side, it was the Marks, who went 0-4, 0-12 map count. Tough for them in Group A, and they're waiting to face off against the map between Penn Island and Beaver Elation. The one thing I do want to point out, though, the Cobb Goblins, they are maybe the dark horse here from the losers bracket, because the NM boys, this was the team that ended up taking them to a MWII round 11, and the NM boys had to reverse sweep the Cobb Goblins. While that was going on, we were casting the other series, which was the Beaver Elation and Denver Surrender reverse sweep MWII round 11. There was just so many MWII round 11s. Well, I'm done talking about it in Group B. But Group A, it was not the case. There was only 1 series that went all the way to a MWII, and it was Infinite Florida versus the Penn Island, the newcomers on the block. As Infinite Florida went 4-0, Penn Island went 3-1, Retirement Home 2-2, Locked and Crocked, which we will be casting right now, went 1-3, and then Mark, as you know, went 0-4. They clearly missed a few shots in an 0-12 map record. But let's talk about the teams that we have coming up right now. As we have the NM boys, the number 2 seed, going up against Locked and Crocked. The reason why I wanted to take this one, the NM boys, they have their faults, they have their differences, and for the side of Locked and Crocked, there's some talented players on this roster, and they were coming in from Group A, which is going to be interesting because they're well rested, they're ready to get on into this series. So maybe having that extra reps allows you to make better decisions. As we take a look at the roster from the NM boys: Dahmers, Electric MC, and Oze and Solar. This roster is one where it seems like every single player has those pop-off moments, but making it all click at the same time is going to be the keys to victory for them. And let's look at the roster from Locked and Crocked. as you have Sitched, Swift, Pixie, and MWII. Sitched was one of the teams that finished third in the overall LAN tournament this past February. Swift, he has kind of been bouncing around. Pixie actually used to play for the side of Infinite Florida, or at least as a substitute player for them, so he is a phenomenal submachine gun. MWII, a player I'm not too familiar with, but like I said, these guys are ready to go. Let's get this series started and talk about the maps. It's going to be the Embassy Hardpoint. We're kicking it off with El Asilo, Search and Destroy, Hotel, Control, Mercado, Map 4 for the Hardpoint, and then Embassy for the Map 5. But ladies and gentlemen, let's look no further and kick this one off. Embassy Hardpoint Championship Sunday. Everybody get a W in the chat, because the first place team, they will go home $1,000 richer. The second place team gets $500, but anything below that, you go home empty-handed. The NM boys looking to keep their very interesting streak alive. 2 Map 5 round 11s for them in pool play. They're going up maybe against one of the underdogs here in Locked and Crocked, as it will be Jose who hops on in early. Dom will go in AR that needs to start shredding. He will go down to MWII. So first blood has been dropped from the lock side. Electric, the man, went on an absolute tear in this map in particular the last time around. Oh, he gets 2 through the middle of the map, as he will get gunned down by the technical trade in Pixie. But you gotta think long term, you gotta think rotations. The NM boys, they're clearly ready to go for this one. As MWII, he's just gonna get hunted down. Jose, I love that play. Make sure that there was nobody just kind of lurking, but Sitched coming on in or flipping, trying to find this first kill. And Solar, we know how deadly he is with the AR, and that's 3 members down as the P2 finally is popping, and it will be to the way of a Locked and Crocked. Trades back and forth, flipping, going up against Jose. The drop shot is complete. Shades of MW3 in the eyes of Jose. Pixie, the last player left, he actually gets 2. Now he's going to try to push through the middle of the map. Swift will find this player. They're trying to line it up. Oh, and Pixie will find the kill. So a little bit of pressure. There's not enough players left from the side of the NM boys to do anything. Jose, he will drop to Swift. So this should be the last 25 seconds. Going to the way the Croc side. But Solar again, top balcony, top catwalk. We'll find 2, but not before Logan, aka Sitch, flipping, shutting him on down. And I think he has information that there is one player here who gets really bad timing, or maybe he gets the best finds. One has the help of another. Unfortunately, they will end up falling. Swift does find a kill onto Solar as MWII grabs one as the server hill pops. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure who this man is, but he's looking like a Delta Squad member with shots like that. Harvey, oh my goodness, he finds one, not able to find another, but the trades are going back and forth here early on the Hardpoint. This is a great map 1 to kick this off. Flipping, tries to get cheeky with it, does get cut down right off of the ladder. Unfortunately, Semtex does not leave MWII's hand. A few more shots to kill feed. It will light up red. Coming into the P4 administration. The spots coming close. And ooh, Pixie should have been able to find that. Doesn't matter. The team trades are there. But look at Solar. He can cause a lot of problems here if he stays alive for the NM boys. At least gets information of where everybody is sitting. Unfortunately, he will get hunted down. And Electric trying to find a few more. He's working his way. The administration, he'll finds one through the stairwell, can't find any more as 2 submachine guns from MWII and Logan get it done. Before being held as the administration, they say, hey, this is our waiting room Nobody gets a check-in early. We're like the DMV. It's a slow process, so you get no early admissions. And now heading over to the cafeteria. A few players in red, lined up, ready to go. Jose does get tagged, trying to throw off a little bit of a preemptive grenade. Does get one. He actually shot flipping in the back. The Semtex cleans it up. And a great job from the lock squad as they will take basically a full 60 on the admin hill. Kill feed lighting up red. As now we head to the cafeteria. And it looks like there's going to be 2 players sitting in and around the pointer. It's actually just going to be electric. 1 player is above him. He's trying to beat the lunch lady and lunch lady LAN. Shout out RIP to Chris Farley. Shots are ringing, and again, this has just been a heavy-handed exchange here on this P5, and now finally get the opportunity. A beautiful break. They double chow, they get the kill. Nobody goes down. A clean break needed for the lock and clock, but it is Swift flipping. They still get 2, make it 3 in a row. Flipping, he finds his 3rd. MWII elite. He has been a player that's impressed me. Oh, the hip fire. Flipping 4. Can he get any more? Unfortunately, he runs right into the Semtex and will end up dropping. But after that first set of rotations, it's going to roughly be a 50-point game. The NM boys, they're clearly not out of this one yet, but Locked and Croc, they are making sure they're hitting all the shots today. Just taking gunfights across the map. Kofi lights up red for the time being. And Solar, he's going to hop on in, try to get a few seconds of time here as Electric. All he needs to do is hold down that top side. Does get one. Pixie is there, but look at Solar trying to turn. Not able to win that gunfight. Solar's trying to hold on, but Dahmer's everybody overlooking. It's just trades abound. Again, we're heading to a P2 rotation. Pixie, he will get his 4th in a row. Solar gets 1. Will he get a 2nd? Yes, that's 3. A chance for the NM boys to stabilize. Maybe take the lead as MWII gets gunned down in the middle. He was sitting at a 13-7 overall record. Now he has fallen 4 straight times without a kill. Winding up for the hit. It will be Dahmer from range. Takes down 2. Will eventually get traded, but Jose has the help of Electric. They should be able to get this time pretty consistently, but I like the way that MWII, he just backed up. He looked like that there was nobody there in the backside, but he is still roaming. Unfortunately, he will go down. Electric shoots a teammate in the back. Does actually get a hit marker, so Swift has the information that there is 1 or 2 players laid down, but the team fire is there. Hey, you might not get the lead, but you're going to get the last 15 and put this game within roughly 10 points. You're not winning the rotational battles. There's 1 more player to deal with, and that's going to be number 5. Can Jose go big? No, he finds 1. And MWII, he's going to reposition to the backside flower pot. Solar, he will go down, and that's 5 in a row for MWII. He loves this hill because he can just snake his life away, looking like a king cobra being coaxed out of his basket. Everything just kind of slows down. They're playing for picks, trying to get their opportune moments, and that's going to be 2 dropping. Oh, and flipping. He will find the double of his own. Dahmer's from the backside of the big 1v1. Dahmer's. He will get it. Unfortunately, there's still an enemy trophy. Might get shot in the back. Yes, he does. Everybody trying to rush to this hill. The nades are coming out. There's just no support. Electric's going to fly out. Finds a kill on to Swift in the last 15. Again, it's a big 15. But look who is sitting. I want to go to Dahmer's POV because he's sitting in administration in the corner. You'll find 1 with the sub. A weapon you don't see him with too often, but shows with the AR or the submachine gun in his hand. He's a deadly weapon to be dealt with. And maybe the administration hill is their chance to fight on back, making sure they had a reservation. License getting checked out, or maybe some vehicle registration, as it is Electric along with Solar getting 2, and here comes the first lead change of the map. NM boys, they're keeping this one close. The kill feed is mighty red, and it has been a full 30. And oh no, Zay! He will take down Marky Elite, making it look easy once again. They should break this 200-point marker. But what caused the side of the NM boys to get it going was their break or their hold on the cafeteria hill. Can they do it once again? As they are just going to let this one go to the clock. You're going to sit at 2:15, 35 seconds away. But locked, they are set up. That is 3 down. Flippin', getting the reads on all the players from the boys. And now he's going to play this one patient. Takes down Electric, gets perfect timing. As this has just been a blue kill feed. Both of these teams, they are not losing many fights. A team kill will come through, and that's the only death that the side of Locked has found. As Pixie, oh, he gets picked off the hill, but Flippin', can he go big? No, he can't. Oh, Solar with the triple. And that is the break you needed. You can't win it on this hill, but you strip away a lot of that time from the side of Locked. And if you didn't have Solar find that triple, this could be a completely different game. And the re-break comes through, so that last 15 goes to the Locked side, or does it? Dahmer still trying to find an opening. And still the trades are back and forth. You put yourself 19 seconds away. Locked, they are right next to him. Oh, that's 3 players down. And will they try to go for a little bit of this P1? Dahmer is alive, but Logan gets caught with a nade in his hand. Electric is working in through the middle. And are you thinking long term here? If you're Locked, you just cannot allow the side of the NM boys to get any of this P1 time. That's what's happening. But look who's keeping it together. It's Swift. Flippin', finding another one. And here comes a contest, but Flippin' is there. They are just exchanging blows, but there's a few members to kill feed. A majority of it lighting up blue, but now you might have lost the spawns. You got to keep an eye on it. Marky realizes they are still trying to get a lot of this time. This one is coming down to the wire. 234, 213. Who has the rotation? Guess what? It's the NM boys. They're set up, ready and waiting. Pixie, your opportunity to go big for the squad. Nobody is on the hill at the moment because they are just playing for map position. They're playing for time. As it will be Flippin' who grabs one, but will it be all for naught? The trades are going back and forth, but Electric, Dahmers, they will clear it, and I don't think anybody is going to be able to get there in time. And the number 2 seed in the NM boys close it out. Not in dramatic fashion. It got a little tight, but they made sure they're showing why they deserve that number 2 seed for this tournament. And you can see Solar with that triple, but 31s across the board for Solar and Electric. On the other side, you have Flippin' dropping 32, 23 non-traded coming in from a member from each of the squads. So this was an extremely close map 1, but even getting enough rest was not enough for the side of Locked to be able to steal it. And now we go on in to the map 2, and it's going to be the El Asilo Search and Destroy. Kind of interesting because Flippin', he was having a pop-off moment, but Electric just was consistent. He didn't need to go big. He was finding a lot of doubles. And it's all about the B site, right? It's all about taking over middle of the map controls. That's going to be the biggest question coming on into this one. I do have to give Locked the advantage. I was giving the NM boys a little bit of crap because I was saying, hey, the first series that we casted of you, your Search and Destroy, wasn't looking too good. You know what they did? The rest of pool play didn't drop a single search map, so they're making me try to eat my words. But they did have 2 series go to map 5 round 11, so they have the ice in the vein. It's just a matter of, you don't want to be going to a lot of those round 11s, right? You want to be taking it decisively. You don't want to have it be a 50-50 toss-up, especially when it comes down to those big moments and we might be able to catch one here because the El Asilo is a map teams tend to go the distance to. And I'm just curious who's going to be able to pop off for either one of these squads. Solar, he just has so many big moments in the AR. You saw it in the first series of the day. The guy was finding 3 pieces left and right, and he might have been the player that really secured that map 1 with that cafeteria break. He found the triple pixie, not looking the correct way. Everybody kind of soloed child out one by one. It was just great reads, great recognition from the AR, and so I'm curious if he's going to be able to get that done when it comes to the search and destroy. And then you look at to the map 3, it's going to be Hotel. Oh, and we all know, I don't know if it can get any more intense than the hotel control that we saw last night with Beaver Exhalation going up against Denver Surrender, where you had somebody go on an 18 kill streak. No, you did not hear that wrong. 18 kills, went 42 and 27. That was Antho Jr. from the side of Beavers. And they still dropped the L. Denver ended up completing that series in that reverse sweep, map 5, round 11. My goodness, this is literally a LAN tournament where you can't predict who's going to win this one. Granted, the strongest team, 2 teams, I think, in that Group A, it was a little bit softer of a grouping, was Infinite Florida Esports going up against the Penn Island, which they are currently playing in the background. Penn Island's going up against the side of Beaver Elation. So I'm curious how that series is going to go, because Elation, they got handed 2 losses in map 5, in particular round 11s, back-to-back. And that's a tough one to be able to bounce back. And I was talking to Koi, their AR, and he was only working with 3 hours of sleep tonight. So will that get to him when it comes to the longevity of this series? And with it starting so early kind of in the days, in particular for gamers, I know it's not really an early day when it comes to the work week, but when it comes to gamers on the weekend and LANs, starting off at 10 a.m. or 10:15 here in the Mountain Standard Time, that's pretty early, especially since you ended it at 3:30, almost 4 a.m. last night. So it's really going to come down to who's rested, but you have to have that willpower, right? There are just these moments in the tournament when you have to be like, we can't do this, we can't do this anymore, we have to be better than what we were yesterday. And the NM boys, they are looking just as good. It's a matter of being able to close out close series, and this will be the talk of the tournament, right? If the NM boys go all the way, say they win it all, they have so many close series, close maps, but guess what? It doesn't matter. If you are getting the wins in the end, you can have as many close series as you want. Yeah, would you have wanted to be a little bit more quick, decisive? Absolutely, but that's just never the case when it comes to Call of Duty. Teams, they will catch fire at any single moment. You see it time and time again. In particular, the CDL, the LA Thieves, last season, they ended up winning the last 2 tournaments. It's about really who catches fire when it comes down to these tournaments and who's going to be able to do it first. But let's not waste any more time. Let's hop on in to the map 2. It's going to be El Asilo, Search and Destroy. I'm ready to get this one going. You can hear the other teams playing in the background. The energy, it is high. The passion, even higher. Jose will come out with that first blood. Markey pulling out the boomstick, trying to find a pick, and he's just getting really bad timing on Jose up top at that radio tower. He's gonna pick up the AR from his dead teammate. Bombers holding in the middle of the map. Kegs. Here comes a trophy, and maybe just trying to bait out a little something something. Oh, and there Bombers even held that angle, but immediately the trade comes through 28 seconds. Electric, he wants to push in. Swift just doesn't realize if the site is secure, and Solar, he will find one. Will he try to get away? Will he get shut down? Oh, he gets tagged up to 19, and now you give away your position. Swift, you've used up your dead silence. You just do not have time to work with. As he still goes out for the challenge, and Solar wins it anyways. NM boys. Way to start. Now the aggression coming in from the offense. Trophy will deny one of the utilities. Electric flies on in, but trades will be there. Mama goes down. It's a 2v3. Marky, he's gonna have. Ooh, this is gonna be a difficult gunfight, but he gets beat down anyways. A 1v3. Pixie, oh my goodness, I don't think Jose saw him. No, he didn't, so Pixie gets one for free. Now 1v2. And they have to go and check the bomb. Pixie's gonna try to take a few of this, but too many nades as the wall bangs come through. Too good of a setup. Also had those utilities to spare in the back pocket. 2-0 to the NM. Rio or Mr. Solar. And the aggression is coming through immediately to A. Is anybody there? No one's home. They get all that positioning. They're gonna get this bomb down quick. I like the play call. It's gonna be a straight 4v4. Electric not able to find the first. It's Swift. He's backing up. Pixie takes down Dahmers through the mid alley. Checks bomb to make sure. Solar also does not have dead silence in his arsenal, so he's going to be hurt stomping around quite a bit. Pixie just trying to stay alive, tries to bail. Oh, will actually get away. 1v4, no time left on the clock. Your best just trying to challenge maybe one player. He will go out. Squeaky clean round. Locked and crocked. I hear a lot of chirping in the background. Not sure if it's locked or if it's another series. Takes a gunfight, but my god, Solar just doesn't lose, especially when it comes to the long range. And really pulling a long flank in the back. Pixie, he's ready for it. Solar, will he win it? Tags up to 19. That just kind of forces Swift. He feels like he could potentially catch one of these players out. Number 8, Jose, he's getting the read, but oh, he looks away at the wrong time. Look at number 1. Swift is coming up as he runs out of dead silence, so he has to play this one as slow as he can. And Jose, he might get far enough away where he stays alive. Talk about, do you want to take these shots? How much do you trust your gunny? Do you trust your gunny, Swift? But he's getting all the information to his team. Solar will find one, and then they eventually turn. Swift does find Jose, and that is actually the bomb carrier, but he doesn't realize. It's a 1v4. Swift, he's going to try to take this gunfight. Oh, he knows he has to. Electric! Oh no! It's a 1v2. The bomb will go down. Oh my god, is he gonna take down Dahmers? Oh no, he just stays alive. Dahmers to 23. This is for a 1v4. Swift has dead silence. Oh, but he gets spotted. Bad jump timing, but still secures the kill. Dahmers, woo, got a little scary. If he was maybe ready for it, this could have been put into a 1v1, and Swift just got bad timing. On the offense. Dahmers, ooh, takes a few shots, doesn't matter. Oh my goodness, the eagle on this man, and he takes down Marky, but not before Electric says, nah man, I'm the first blood king out here. You take a seat, Captain. Pixie gets the read on the one, immediately backed up, but there's so many players to deal with. Now it's gonna be up to Flippin, trying to clutch himself a 1v1. Solar goes out, but oh, Flippin gets it. It's a 1v2. Not again. Not again. Electric, he's holding this. He does have dead silence. He might, oh my goodness, he might get a perfect read on one of these players. Oh, he might have hurt Dahmers, but he still gets it done. Another 1v4 potential. Knocked down by El Captain himself, and if he maybe had an AR, he might not have won that. What I thought was going to potentially be a close map 2. The New Mexico boys, they're running away with it. Come the nades, they're switching up, going to B immediately. Marky gets backed up, another first blood. And you don't have a player with dead silence at the moment. Gonna toss out a nade. Gonna work his way to this B side. Oh, they catch out Electric, so a good little retake right there. Dahmers though immediately there. And does Flippin try to go for it. He might have had an opportunity to get the defuse. Solar repositioning himself up top. Goes out the nade. But Pixie, he's trying to find it. Pixie, it's a big gunfight to win, but no, not able to do it. This setup is too clean. The NM boys have been picking apart the roster of Locked and Crocked. 5 first bloods, 5 rounds. You decide to change up, making those mid-map adjustments, but look at number 7, Electric. He is gonna fly on forward. I think he has dead silence to work with. Actually gets a hit marker with something, but he doesn't realize, but Electric gets beat down on the backside by Pixie. A much-needed first blood. But Dahmer's still alive, and he has been a menace on this map. The 2 ARs in particular, they've been working extremely well together. Trying to take it over, and Dahmers actually takes down Marky, so this is a 2v2. And they might be able to take this one. They're clearing out all the angles. And Swift, though, he will find one. You just do not have a submachine gun to deal with. Solar, the drop shot is complete. Logan goes out. Flipping, oh my goodness, he just run through. He might give this one away. No, Solar had to go out and challenge him. Either way, if he maybe won it, it would have been a foot race. Woo. 2v4 gets a little scary. flipping does a good job of just taking around. To rip off 5 in a row if you want to be able to steal this map. And oh no, Solar accidentally kills Dahmers. I'm not sure what the case was there. And now you put yourself in a really tough spot. You know the bomb is down. You know where one player is, so you can overwhelm the player on the point. Electric, though, it doesn't matter. He gets solo chowed by Swift. And Solar takes down Pixie anyway, so you had the numbers right off the rip and you couldn't do it. Electric, oh no. Flipping goes down. Jose, he gets left in a difficult spot. Marky 1v2 gets shot, and that is all she wrote. As the NM boys, they will take a 2-0 series lead, and it's been, dare I say it, a walk in the park. Solar 9-3. You're looking at the stat lines: 3-7 for Marky, 4-7 for Pixie. Swift keeping it relatively decent, but a really difficult map 2. As Locked and Crocked are starting to fall apart at the seams. They got so many hours of sleep. Maybe they overslept and just have to shake off that rust because maybe they didn't get warmed up. But it was an easy map 2. The NM boys, they are not dropping a search and destroy at the moment. They have gone, I think, 4 or 5. I think 6 maps with search and destroy in a row. Quite a run for them. So they lost 1 S&D, but since they have been absolutely flawless, and maybe they have learned from their mistakes, went back, took a look at the VOD, and made sure they were not going down. But we're going to head in to the hotel control for the map 3, and this is one where you want to say that the Crocs still have a chance, but the way that they got outslayed or outplayed in that map 2 doesn't really give you a whole lot of confidence. Their players can be ratty. In particular, it was Flippin'. He can be ratty when it needs to, but you're looking at the ARs, and that's the biggest question mark that I have for Locked, because Pixie, I think in map 1 he went like 21-28, had a 4-7 map 2. Marky, he had some absolutely incredible numbers to start off map 1, then he immediately simmered down to a low flame as Dahmers and Solar, they just took over. Their ARs are simply better than yours at the moment, and when they are frying, there's some machine guns. Electric, he's so annoying to deal with, and Jose, he's kind of their objective based player. He doesn't need to do a whole bunch. He just kind of mirrors whatever the team needs, and sometimes you just need a player like that, and you see it time and time again. Perfect example is Toronto Ultra. They got rid of Stanley, they brought in Hixie, who wasn't necessarily like a slayer by any means, but he just filled the role so perfectly. When you are vibing with the squad, the NM boys have been together for, I'd say, roughly a few months right now, so they have that chemistry under their belt and they're feeling good. As far as it comes to the Locked and Crocked, this team was kind of a hodgepodge of players thrown together very last minute, so you need those vibes because the chemistry, it clearly is not running at its highest peak that it could be, especially when it comes to LAN tournaments. Some of these players might get a little shaky, might get a little nervous as they're coming on into this map 3. The hotel, gonna be an interesting one. But everybody, let me know who you are cheering for in the chat. Are you cheering for the side of the NM boys or for the side of Locked and Crocked? Because the NM, they have came out swinging here today on Championship Sunday as they continued it late into the evening for Saturday. But this is gonna be just one for the ages. The reason why I picked this is because there is reverse sweep potential written all over this one. I don't know if we could fathom another one, but that's what you guys want in the stream. It's what I think everybody wants in the venue. You want to hear the chirps coming out because it was honestly quite dead. It was quite dead until literally the stream went off and everybody was going to map 5 round 11s. We love to see it, but you have to start it here on the control as we're getting everybody loaded on in. Woo. I see everybody. The Tin Berg official Vito saying, hey, I'm an NM Boy fan and big Sitched fan out there. You guys are absolutely incredible. Make sure you go out and check out at CGN Events. I believe it _ at the very end of events. Make sure you go and check them out. They have so many ran across the entire United States. Make sure you go and find one that's nearest to you. Go out, have a good time. The LAN environment is something that you know, have never felt. It's great people, great environment. Everybody so incredible out here. The support has been unreal. And then all the production here at the Fort Collins Contender, they are incredible as well. They put in a lot of time and effort to make sure this stream has been running smoothly, and it absolutely has. They are locked and loaded. So everybody coming on in to this map 3, let me know who you think is going to be able to take this. Will this be a clean 3-0, or will it be a potential map 4 in the eyes of Locked and Crocked? And taking a look, it will be a Mercado hardpoint if we end up going to that next hardpoint. And that one, I would be a tiny bit scared if you are the NM boys. Granted, your ARs have been absolutely incredible, but it's a map where you can be really ratty. You can find those routes. Swift and Flippin have shown they have that opportunity and potential to play ratty, play those corners, make sure that they are striking at the most opportune moments. But you need your ARs to step it up. In particular, Pixie. He's just kind of been lacking behind just by a little bit, not by a large margin, but it's just a few kills here or there that he needs to find those 1s and 2s. You can't go 1 for 1 every single time. You need those 2 pieces. You need a triple every now and then to just give your team that extra juice to make sure you can stand up and be like, I just absolutely dominated and dropped you. And yes, Roblox Kid is in this one. It's the Joker, and he's been playing on Infinite Florida eSports under I think a different tag. I think he's LR or something like that, but he's been playing out of his mind in Group A. As the pressure comes in early and fast. Locked, worked their way on the B side already. Causing one of the players to check the wrong way is Solar trying to go out and peek, but oh, gets bad timing. This is why you need a pistol. Oh, and if he had it, that might have been a different story. But now you don't get any ticks of progression onto B. It's completely halted in its track. Jose does find one coming in off a spawn from topside catwalk. 3 players located around this point. It will be Swift coming away with the first. Flipping off of the respawn, takes down one more. Can he take down Electric? No, the guy is simply too strong, too difficult to deal with. As they're just going to chalk up this A site, he repositions himself in a good spot. And they're going to have to go honey. Gets one, shouldn't be able to find the second. No, Electric! Oh, did he just do that to him? Don't give him the third. No, there's too many players to deal with, but he had no right on getting that second player. Logan, aka Flippin, will find one, and they're going to try to push out this backside spawn. I'm not necessarily a fan of it, but you need to get a clean few kills and make sure you're not letting anybody through. But when you have Solar in the backside, it makes a difference. Pixie, the guy I highlighted to have a big game for this map 3. Ooh, he flies out. Dahmers says, no thank you, my friend. I'm sitting pretty. It's a double chow. Topside bedroom is secured, so this is your opportunity to potentially hop on into the point. Pixie will find one, not before he will immediately go down. And Flippin gets hit to 1 HP. Finds another kill as they're starting to solo chow out. Solar are not necessarily liking that when you have an AR pushing in to the bottom side metal. Electric trying to hold down from the hop up. But look at number 5. It's going to be Dahmers pulling in a long flank. If 3 plays this one patiently enough, he might be able to win it. Yes, he does. And that is your flank secured. So all you have to do is worry about the front. And that is Swift taking down one. Will he get the second? No, Electric is just going trades for trades. And oh, Marky, he will go down. Solar again, finding openings, and flipping. Finds an opening. Can he go big? No. Solar is still lurking. I think he has that information that he is in this area. Pixie is waiting for the perfect moment. And he knows Solar is lurking. Takes one. Oh, but unfortunately the eyes cause to turn. Solar gets two. Solar with three. Again, the ARs from New Mexico show why they deserve to be this number 2 seed and why they are on top of Group B. The winners round 1. Championship Sunday, you show up or you show out. And they're not getting showed. They're not getting sent towards the door. They're not getting sent packing quite yet. But remember, this is a double elimination bracket. So whichever team loses, no matter what, they have an opportunity to make that loser's bracket run. All 10 teams, they are currently in the bottom 2, the Cobb Goblins and Mark. They're waiting in the wings to play in the losers round 1. But they go down. They are officially out. Flipping officially gets one. Unfortunately does fly out. Dahmers gets a read on the second, but Pixie, he's been pretty good so far. 9 and 7, but now he needs Marky to step it up to another level. Dahmers, he is just hitting shots right now. Swifty's gonna go out, challenges Jose, but it doesn't matter. He gets the first shot. Jose with the whippersnapper. Marky, a big confidence boost, 1v1 onto the B site. And that will stop it. Jose just snaking. Pixie knows he has to do something here, at least halt it for a moment. But Solar, he comes out with the help. Flipping, gonna be a big 1v1. Takes down another, the 2-piece. Well, look, you have all 4 players over towards that A site, and you leave B wide open, and you have let Dahmers get to your spot. Number 8 can sit on top. Electric doesn't need to check this. Jose, he will go out, and oh, Swift with 3. Dahmer still in a very good spot. I don't think Swift caught a whiff of him yet, but he gets the information to his team, goes out for the challenge, still takes it, and that's 2. Make it 3 members down. Flipping, the only player left alive, and now they're just gonna stack this hill, but oh, he takes one down on the Dahmers. Take down Jose for 3. Oh, is he gonna try to find the 4? No, Solo with 2. And you get 2 ticks, but you do just enough. The triple from Flippin saves this B point for now, but how long is the question? Can you hold it off? Because A is getting capped, and it surely will go down. Dahmers already has worked his way onto the B site once again. Flip with the challenge, Pixie with the trade. We're looking at the lives. Marky only has found 1 kill in the round. Electric gets the information. Somebody's worked his way on in. Dahmers, Electric take down 2. The MC, that's 3, and this should be an offensive round for the side of the NM boys. Marky just not able to get it done. Too slow. The teamwork not on point. For the Crocs, the NM boys 1 round away from being able to close out a very quick winners round 1 and advance themselves to the winners semis. Marky, you need to take control. 3 and 10 is not something you want to be having in a control. Swift with the kills. Another double. Swift, ooh, he's somehow staying alive. Doesn't have much help. Look at taking down Solar has been so annoying because he is always good for 2. Or is he just going to get another triple, but not before the stick? He ends it on 5, so small victories. Glide bomb has not been added to the back pockets. Now you have to go all the way to A. They're just going to try to stack this one. Will they put any pressure? But look at number 5. Dahmers is all the way in the back, but he's gonna maybe try to pinch this one. Unfortunately, it just might be a little bit too long of a route. He won't get there in time. If he does, it's going to be at the very last moment. His teammates aren't winning the kill. Marky was ready for it as well. And this should be the A site. Flippin', he's going to have a big 1v1 against Jose. Is he going to be ready for this flank? But oh, he decides to go high instead of low. Dahmers work his way into mid-L. Cut gets 2, gets 3, and he has been on point. The AR not slowing down. Flippin', he gets taken. And you put yourself in such a good spot if you are the boys. Electric with another double. Pixie feels like he has to go big. Jose doesn't realize. Oh, pulls out the knife, trying to do his best Michael Myers impression. Unfortunately, it was just a William Shatner mask. That wasn't bleached this time. Flippin' is looking for any single member of the boys as he gets one. Unfortunately, the trade goes in. Marky still only found 2 kills. He's 5 and 14. It matters when you get them, though. When you secure it. Solar 19 and 13. And he's going to try to back down Swift, but 2 kills. They come through. Dahmers is still in a good position along with Electric. So you can complete this. As Dahmers, he decides to fly on out. And now you have 2 players on it. But look who's coming in on the backside flank. It's going to be Electric. He's going to get 2 for free. But Flippin', oh no, he ends up winning it. And so now you can potentially take this map, and Swift is going to hop on in. And only 1 player is on it. You still have an opportunity. Number 6 is trying to get for few. But oh, Solar, he will do it again. Another 2-piece, and you are so close. But that is all she wrote. The NM boys, they will complete a 3-0 sweep against the side of Locked and Crocked. It was nothing but easy pickings for them. No sleep or 10 hours of sleep. It doesn't matter. They came to play today and to triple it on the end. Jose gets it done in the stat line. You cannot help but notice is Marky Elite 5 and 18 in 3 rounds. That's what, 1.33 kills per round, only 600 damage, so he wasn't even doing a whole lot when it came to helping out his team. But a great series for the side of the NM boys. They will advance to the winners semis. Yeah, I know, it's the winners semis already. We don't have a bunch of teams. We're gonna be still waiting to see who else we have, and we might actually hop on into a series that is potentially in the lull or extended for the winners round 1. We'll keep you updated on that, but let's give a quick recap of what just happened in the map 1. It was close. It was a 250 to 213 win for the NM boys. They made roughly a 50-point comeback. They got it done when it mattered the most. In the Embassy Hardpoint, you go into the El Asilo. They get 5 first bloods out of the 8, but still get 6 rounds. They took it in a 6-2 fashion, and then a cut and dry hotel. It really wasn't that close until the final round, just a few seconds away to try to, you know, extend it to a round 4. Unfortunately, it was Locked and Crocked that wasn't able to do it. Everybody from the boys was finding 2 pieces left and right. It doesn't matter, and you had 1 player lacking behind. It was the side of, I believe, Marky Elite. And I actually want to get in, a little post-game interview. If we could bring in Solar, so everybody don't go anywhere. We're going to have a little post-game interview with Solar, but not right after we kick it to a short break.
I had 7 kills going around 4. What's your score? Yeah. Did y'all play? Flash sheets. Were you guys just peeking against them?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. I'm here with Solar with the NM boys coming off of a fresh and hot 3-0 against Locked In Croc. Solar, you have kind of been the talk of the tournament right now as it comes to AR. How long have you been playing Call of Duty and how many LANs have you been to?
I've been playing Call of Duty since Black Ops 3 was my first, I would say, competitive game mode back when I was like 14. This is actually only the second LAN I've been to, and the first one was another Contender in Irvine. It was not as organized as this one, I'll just say. But I would say that this is probably my first like official LAN. So it's good to be showing out, having fun.
Yeah, you guys definitely are showing out, having fun, and I know I didn't happen to catch the second half of pool play. You guys went to 2 MWII round 11s, and you came away with some really close victories. I know you guys are sitting at the top right now. You're in the winners semis, but those MWIIs, is there any doubts right now that you're feeling? You have the ice, but is there anything where you're like, man, that was close, we shouldn't have been that way?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of those, a lot of those games yesterday were stressful, but my teammates, they found ways to ice up, and that's how it's been for a lot of their careers. I played with Dom at UNM, and he has been time and time again has the ice. Electric always has the ice. Oze always has the ice. They are going to LAN for the CCL, so it's all been good. I love my teammates. Glad that we're getting to rep UNM. Rep NMSU, rep the whole state of New Mexico. It's pretty cool. It's not a big COD community there, so it's cool to be here.
Well, I know everybody is glad that you made the journey out for sure, and you guys are looking good as you've been undefeated so far in this tournament. Hope to keep that run going. But is there anybody else you want to shout out, or anybody else to watching that you want to show your support to?
Yeah, no, my Challengers teammates are here too. Antho Jr. and Mr. Eternals. Those are my Challengers teammates. We're actually just about to play them after this. We beat them last night, round 11, map 5. So it'll be a little rematch, but it's fun going back and forth with those guys. Been playing with them for a little while now, so it should be fun to see what happens in this map.
Yeah, that's going to be a good series, and who knows, maybe I might be able to hop on into that one. But Solar, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and good luck on the rest of the series.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Everybody, that was a little post-game interview with Solar. As now the NM boys, they are sitting in the winners semis, looking to go up against one of his teammates, Challenger teammates, in Antho Jr., who was the one who dropped an 18 kill streak yesterday in the control for the L, unfortunately. But the guy is truly talented. But everybody, don't go anywhere. We'll have another series coming up right after this.